Now we will discuss types of pelvis. Understanding of the different types of pelvis is essential for both healthcare providers and expectant mothers. Each type of pelvis has unique characteristics that can influence the childbirth experience. By recognizing these differences, healthcare providers can better anticipate and manage potential challenges during labor and delivery, ensuring a safer and more positive outcome for both mother and baby. So, by understanding the pelvic anatomy and different types of pelvis, healthcare providers can provide better care and support to expectant mothers, ultimately contributing to safer and more positive childbirth experience. Cardwell Mole anatomically classify the pelvis into four types, and this anatomical classification of pelvis is based on shape of pelvis, and its concepts help in understanding of labor mechanisms. Specifically, the greatest transverse diameter of pelvic inlet and its division into interior and posterior segments are used to classify the pelvis as gynecoid, android, anthropoid, and platyploid pelvis. First and most common type of female pelvis is gynecoid pelvis. It is almost 50% in ratio and it is most favorable for childbirth due to its rounded and spacious structure. Second type of pelvis is android pelvis. It is 20% in ratio and it is also known as male pelvis because of its heart-shaped inlet and narrow dimensions. It may present with more challenges. Third type is anthropoid pelvis with its elongated shape. It is almost 25% in ratio. It can be advantageous for certain birth positions. Final type of pelvis is platyploid pelvis. It is almost 5% in ratio, although it is less common and may require additional medical interventions due to its flat and broad shape. This slide shows the detailed description of all the features of each type of pelvis separately. First, we will discuss gynecoid pelvis. Gynecoid pelvis is the most common type of female pelvis and is almost 50% in ratio. Pelvic inlet of gynecoid pelvis is rounded in shape, and interior and posterior segments of pelvic inlet are almost equal and more spacious. Transverse and anteroposterior diameter is equal. Pelvic side walls are slight divergent or straight with roomy pelvic cavity. Ischial spines are not prominent. Sacral curve is good. Subpubic angle is wide, almost 85 degree, and this type of pelvis is ideal for vaginal delivery. Second type of female pelvis is android pelvis. It is almost 20% in ratio. It is present in most males and few females. Pelvic inlet of android pelvis is triangular or heart-shaped due to prominent sacral promontory. Posterior segment of pelvic inlet is short and interior segment is narrow. Pelvic side walls of the android pelvis are convergent and ischial spines are prominent. Subpubic arch is narrow, bituberous diameter is short, and obstetric outcome of android pelvis is deep transverse arrest. Third type of female pelvis is anthropoid pelvis. It is almost 25% in ratio. Shape of pelvic inlet of anthropoid pelvis is anteroposteriorly oval. Epidiameter is greater than transverse diameter. Interior and posterior segments of pelvic inlet both increased with slight interior narrowing. Sacrum is long and narrow with usual curve. Pelvic side walls are straight. Ischial spines are prominent. Subpubic angle slight narrow or medium, and bituberous diameter is normal or short. Obstetric outcome of anthropoid pelvis is occipito-posterior position and phase 2 pubis delivery. Fourth type of female pelvis is platyploid pelvis, which is 5% in ratio, and pelvic inlet of the platyploid pelvis is transversely oval. Anterior and posterior segment of pelvic inlet both are reduced to flat. Transverse diameter of pelvic inlet is greater than anteroposterior diameter. Pelvic side walls are divergent. Ischial spines are flat or not prominent. Subpubic angle wide more than 90 degree. Bituberous diameter also wide, and obstetric outcome of the platyploid pelvis is face presentation. This slide shows the diagrammatic representation of pelvic inlet, pelvic cavity, and pelvic outlet of all the four types of female pelvis. Gynecoid pelvis is often considered the typical female pelvis. It is rounded and shallow with well aligned pelvic inlet dimensions that make it the most favorable for childbirth. Key characteristics include wide, round pelvic inlet. It allows for easier passage of baby. Shallow pelvic cavity provides more space for the baby to maneuver during birth. Wide pelvic outlet facilitates the final stage of delivery. Android pelvis is more similar to the male pelvis in shape. It is heart shaped and has narrow pelvic inlet and outlet with which can pose challenges during childbirth. Key features include heart shaped pelvic inlet can restrict the baby's passage. Narrow pelvic cavity limits space for baby's movement. Narrow pelvic outlet may necessitate medical interventions during delivery. Anthropoid pelvis is elongated in shape, resembling an oval. It is narrower from side to side but deeper from front to back, which can be advantageous for certain childbirth positions. Key characteristics include oval shaped pelvic inlet provides adequate space for baby's head. Deep pelvic cavity offers more room for baby's descent. Narrow pelvic outlet may require specific birthing positions to facilitate delivery. Platyploid pelvis is the least common type and is characterized by its flat and broad shape. It has a wide pelvic inlet but a narrow pelvic cavity and outlet, which can present challenges during childbirth. Key features include wide, flat pelvic inlet. It can accommodate the baby's head. Shallow pelvic cavity limits space for the baby's descent, and narrow pelvic outlet may necessitate medical interventions during delivery.